Hello guys, my name is Rishabh Goyal and I am an Inspiring Mind student from Vinnytsia National Medical University, Ukraine, and I am in second year right now. Today we will going to discuss about vitamin B12 and I am going to tell you about its absorption, its sources, its deficiency and what disorders it can occur due to deficiency of vitamin B12. I will also discuss about the uses and it is a very high yield topic in every exam, be it USMLE, NEET PG, even MCI also offers a good amount of questions from this, even high conceptual questions. So we will discuss everything in detail. So just sit back, relax and enjoy this video. And if ever you have any question, you can ask in the comment section and please subscribe to the Inspiring Minds channel. So just let's start. The vitamin B12, which is also called as cyanocobalamin. So first thing is very clear from this concept that cobalt is necessary. Cobalt is necessary for the absorption of B12. First and foremost this thing. Okay. Now let's talk about how this whole process works properly. Okay. Now let's suppose this is saliva and saliva releases a protein called as R protein, and R protein helps in the absorption of B12. How all this work we will tell. And second is the role of stomach. So you can see 2S for B. A mnemonic you can learn, 2S for B. Okay, one is the S for saliva and one is the stomach. The stomach releases CIF, which is Castle's intrinsic factor, and it is released from parietal cells. Okay, and if you remember, parietal cells also release what? Also release HCl. Okay, so parietal cells release HCl and CIF, which helps in the absorption of vitamin B12. So how all this process works, let's formulate it diagrammatically. So let's suppose this is a stomach and till here is the stomach, and this is the duodenum, the first part of duodenum, which is the 1/3 part actually of the duodenum. And in the stomach is also divided into further parts. This is the cardiac part, this is the fundus, this is the body is the largest part, and this is the antrum. Okay, now this body has the parietal cells. These are the parietal cells which release one HCl and second CIF. Okay, so let's see what happens. Now what happens is when you eat vitamin B12. Now what is the source of this vitamin B12? B12 is deficient in vegetarian diet. It is deficient in vegetarian diet. So where we will get it? From the meat. Okay, so we will get the B12 bind with the animal protein. So this is a complex which we will eat, which is vitamin B12 and animal protein. We will eat from the oral cavity, and the oral cavity release saliva from the salivary glands, and the R protein. This R protein along with this B12 animal protein complex will enter the stomach, and here action of HCl will occur, and HCl will break this bond between vitamin B12 and animal protein. So now what we will have? We will have R protein and vitamin B12 loose roaming around in the stomach. Okay, now what will happen? These two will bind in the antrum. So antrum we will have R B12 complex. Okay, this complex will have, and along with this complex CIF will also be having, but the Castle's intrinsic factor is not yet bind to the vitamin B12. Now the rest is a very simple thing. Now from the pancreas, suppose this is a pancreas, and pancreas, as we know what we have eaten, animal protein. So for the proteins, pancreas will release its enzyme into the duodenum, which are called as pancreatic proteases. Okay, the pancreatic proteases will split this RB12. So RB12 complex, it is split by pancreatic proteases. This pancreatic protease will split the R protein and vitamin B12, and when this vitamin B12 will be free, it will bind to this CIF. So where does this binding of Cassell's intrinsic factor and B12 occur? It occurred in the duodenum, as I should say properly, in the first part of duodenum. Then from the duodenum it will go to jejunum, and from jejunum it will go to ileum, and ileum, especially in the terminal ileum, and in the terminal ileum there will be having the absorption of vitamin B12. So as you can see, whole this process occur just to make these things easy. So we can revise in a quick. We eat vitamin B12, which we get from the animal protein diet. From the saliva, R protein and this B12 and animal protein complex enter the stomach. The HCl will act on the B12 animal protein complex. The B12 will be free and it will bind to the R protein. The R protein will again go to the duodenum, but by the action of pancreatic proteases will split into R protein and B12. Okay, and the CIF, which is the intrinsic factor, which will bind to the B12 and further goes to terminal ileum and will absorb there. Okay, it's easy, not very difficult. Now there are some very quick questions which you must know. Okay, so the first thing is vitamin B12 deficiency. Why is it necessary for the vitamin B12 to be absorbed? So talking about the roles of vitamin B12, it will be hemoglobin synthesis, but a very little role in this. Synthesis of amino acids. Which amino acid? Like methionine. And also DNA synthesis. Not directly DNA synthesis, but an enzyme, RNA nucleotidase reductase. Okay, so these are the role of vitamin B12, and from this we can say that vitamin B12 is very, very important for to be absorbed. But what will happen if it will be deficient? So these things will not occur. In deficiency, these all things will be blocked. So why vitamin B12 deficiency can occur? Why? So this is $1 million question, and it can occur due to damaged parietal cells or damaged ileum or गैस्ट्रक्टमी. अगर पेराइटल सेल्स डैमेज हो गए तो कैसल्स इंट्रिंसिक फैक्टर रिलीज नहीं होगा, B12 एब्जॉर्ब नहीं होगा. अगर इलियम डैमेज हो गया तो सब कुछ प्रोसेस सही होगी, एंड में आके इलियम में एब्जॉर्प्शन नहीं होगी. अगर गैस्ट्रोक्टमी हो गई तो अगेन पेराइटल सेल्स नहीं होंगे और प्रोसेस नहीं होगा. ओके, नाउ व्हाट इज इट कॉल्ड? B12 डेफिशिएंसी को हम बोलते हैं परनीशियस अनीमिया. एंड परनीशियस अनीमिया एक ऑटो इम्यून डिसऑर्डर है. इट इज एन ऑटो इम्यून डिसऑर्डर. ऑटो इम्यून मतलब हमारी ही इम्यूनिटी हमारे ही सिस्टम के अगेंस्ट एंटीबॉडीज बना रही है. तो कहाँ बना रही है? एंटीबॉडीज अगेंस्ट पेराइटल सेल्स. और अगर पेराइटल सेल्स के अगेंस्ट एंटीबॉडी बनी तो CIF नहीं बनेगा, B12 एब्जॉर्ब नहीं होगा. सेम थिंग अगेन. ओके, सो अपॉन ऑल दिस लेट्स डू अ क्वेश्चन which I was talking about, the bonus tip. Here is the bonus tip, a USMLE and NEET PG based new pattern based a question. 16-year-old female has reported pain for 6 months in stomach and MCV is 128. What's the disorder? सो इस क्वेश्चन को देख के लगेगा कि कैसे सॉल्व करें, क्योंकि यहाँ पर कोई बेस नहीं है हमारे कंसेप्ट का, बस एक स्टमक से हम समझ सकते हैं कि शायद जीआईटी की बात हुई होगी। सबसे पहले बात करते हैं, एक वैल्यू दी गई है क्वेश्चन में एमसीवी, विच इज मीन कॉर्पस्कुलर वॉल्यूम। अगर मीन कॉर्पस्कुलर वॉल्यूम 100 से ज्यादा है देन इट लीड्स टू मैक्रोसिटिक अनीमिया। The size of the RBCs will be enlarged, macrocytic anemia, and they will burst, which will release eventually to the deficiency of hemoglobin, and which is anemia. Okay, so which type of anemia we are talking about in this question? This is pernicious anemia, and due to what? B12 deficiency. So as you can say, इस क्वेश्चन के अंदर काफी सारी चीजें पूछी जा सकती हैं, जैसे कि क्वेश्चन में डिसऑर्डर पूछा तो परनीशियस अनीमिया पूछ सकता है, कौन सा विटामिन डेफिशिएंट होगा तो B12 पूछ सकता है, कौन सी डाइट हम पेशेंट को दें जिससे B12 हो सकता है, तो B12 डेफिशिएंसी है तो हम वो कैसी डाइट देनी चाहिए? मीट, फिश, एग्स। ओके, दीज ऑल टाइप ऑफ डाइट, नॉट वेजिटेरियन डाइट, बिकॉज वेजिटेरियन डाइट डेफिसिट्स द B12। ओके, सो दैट्स मच फॉर दिस वीडियो एंड आई होप आपको विटामिन B12 अच्छे से समझ में आया होगा, सारा कंसेप्ट, उसका एब्जॉर्प्शन किस तरीके से होती है। एंड नेक्स्ट वीडियो में हम बात करेंगे जीआईटी के बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट्स की और आगे जीआईटी फिजियोलॉजी शुरू करेंगे। सो थैंक्स सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग एंड प्लीज सब्सक्राइब टू द चैनल इंस्पायरिंग माइंड्स फॉर मोर सच अमेजिंग वीडियोज एंड एजुकेशनल कॉन्टेंट। थैंक यू।